guys, have you ever imagined what it's like to do everything, everywhere, all at once? Well, we have, so why don't you
take it from us?
Okay, I thought I was doing the jingle this time.
Again? Oh wait, oh oops. Okay, well.
Okay, you really, okay, yeah. You had to insert your
Yeah,
own
of course,
voice.
he's so cute. Look at
Your
him.
singing voice. Have you ever thought of singing?
Funny you should say that because I was actually on my primary school idol. Yeah, like I actually joined the primary school Got Talent show. I sung and I won.
You won the
I
thing.
won. I have the trophy. I will show it next time. I've got proof. Okay, I swear.
Insert picture here.
I'm legit. Or as my friend says, lurch. Short for legit. Yeah, insert picture here. Yeah. I've got proof. Okay.
Wait, what did you sing?
I sung for the final performance. I sung Bruno Mars' Lazy Song.
Oh my
and
god.
I actually stuck my hand into my pants and it was damn funny. And I did it on stage in front of the whole primary school.
Wow.
With teachers, with principal.
Somebody has balls.
Yeah, I know, right? The discipline mistress was not happy that day, but I won it. I had the last laugh.
My gosh. Wait,
Yeah.
but then, okay, so singing was a passion for
Singing has been like a shower thing, but I wouldn't say it's like a passion. I don't think I would go into it as like a side hustle or like a passion project sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that nicely brings us to what we wanted to talk about today, which is about side hustles and passion projects itself. Yeah, so both of us, we are very busy people. Busy bees, you know?
You know how they say busy bee? She's the busy queen bee. So yeah, it's like when we say everything everywhere all at once, right? She's really doing like 50 different things in 70 different places. Yeah.
It is true. Like if you want to have
don't know how.
lunch, you have to tell me like way in advance, like 1 month in advance. Or
She just met up with a friend who like had to schedule an appointment 2 months ago in order to meet her like yesterday.
Okay, but we were both busy.
Yeah, no excuse, man. What the heck?
Calendar stacked. Okay, but that's besides the point because we're both doing like our own thing. So I thought it'd be quite interesting if we shared a little bit about what we're doing like outside. Our passions and side hustles. So you wanna share first?
Ladies first.
Wow. Nice way to throw it back at me. But could you pass me the avocado so that I have a friend during this whole entire situation? Because thank you. I have a lot to share. So it's like those talking sticks, and when you have the stick, then you can talk.
Yeah. For real.
Okay, but I think in terms of side hustles, I'm not really doing a hustle per se. I think uni takes up quite a lot of my time. That being said, I do work part-time at a cafe, but I've been working there for like a year plus. I'm just doing waitressing.
Wow.
So I've been working there, just doing waitressing, I think on weekends, and it's quite flexible, so it's up to my schedule. But that is something that I do on the side just to earn a little bit of cash. But okay, in terms of passion projects, I have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts in my brain, you know? But then making
She really does. She's an arts girl.
I'm an overthinker
I
as
have
well.
nothing in my brain but arts girl.
Tough.
Yeah, I know, right? Real.
You have two polar opposites.
Yeah. When you combine 100 with 0, you still get 100.
100.
Yeah.
No, but I think in terms of passion projects, I've had a lot of things that I've wanted to start, but only in recent years have I actually had the courage to start it. So I think I've always loved art, media, creative sort of space. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a fashion designer. So I've always dreamed about like making a magazine, making designs, making videos, like drawing and content creation and putting it all online for the masses to see. Not sure if they want to see anyways, but oh well. But in recent years, recently, I don't know. So 2 years ago, I ended JC, which is junior college. And then I started a podcast actually with my friend. Yeah, but this podcast was... Talk too much, that's why.
Yeah. Professional yapper.
Yeah, but correct, yeah. I put that as my like bio instead of LinkedIn.
Put that in your resume, special skills, professional yapping.
Yapper, correct.
Yeah.
Certified yapper.
Yes.
No, but I started a podcast, and this podcast was, it's called So What's Next? So it was just aimed at what
check
people... Yeah, you can check it out. It's on Spotify. And it's on Spotify with an Instagram. But basically, it's just about what you can do post your junior college journey. So we talked to people in different universities, different majors. The team has expanded since then from 2 of us, now it's 4 of us. and I've been doing like marketing for that. I did hosting the first time around, the second time kind of helmed more of the marketing, but yeah, that's a podcast that I did and I'm still somewhat working on. I also started a book club with my friends, so
It's like every arts known to man, she's covered it.
yeah. No, it's always because I've loved reading. Like I've always loved reading. Fun fact: when I was younger, I was actually banned from reading books. Funny, right? Like, why would you be banned?
You're banned?
Yeah.
What do you mean by you're banned?
Okay, so basically, I grew up overseas.
Who banned you?
My parents.
Wow, the audacity. Wow.
Yeah, the audacity, right? No, my parents. So I moved. I grew up overseas.
Yeah.
Over there, the library limit is 30 books a week. I would hit that 30 books like every single week, like no joke. And I'm talking about
How do
like
you finish 30 books in a week?
just sit down and read, bro. Like
Okay, real.
no, so like I would read like
But-
I'm not sure if you're like Rainbow Fairies, that sort of thing. It's like a whole like series, and I like borrow all the different books. 39 Clues. Oh, that was my thing, and all of that. And then so I've loved reading. I was to the point where I wouldn't do anything at home. Like I wouldn't do my chores and everything. So my mom had to like take away my books.
I see why they banned you now.
Yeah, they just like take
It's
away
all
my
coming
books.
together.
And then they were like, okay, only when you like shower and do your chores, then like I'll pass you one book to read. So that is how much of an avid book lover I am. Kind of fell out of reading because life was just too busy, but I slowly got back into it, I think first year of university. So I started a book club with my friends to kind of like share with other people. And I just like writing reviews and stuff as well, or just being like, hey guys, this book is cool. Y'all should read it. So I've been doing that book club thing as well. So that's on Instagram primarily. But we'll see where that takes us because I've also been thinking about expanding it a little bit more. But again, all is a passion thing. None of this is for like money or anything. It's really just because I enjoy doing it and I just wanted to share. Then just, content creation on TikTok. That one's just pure vibes, just vibes. Like
Yeah,
just
it's like
fun.
every week she puts out like a. So if you guys check out her TikTok, every week she does like a get ready with me for
No.
my week, for this week.
And I do like weekly vlogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like capturing. I love making videos. So also started a YouTube channel as well. But that one's really like long form, content, TikTok short form. All of it is just weekly vlogs, that sort of thing. I think it's just fun to capture.
And a
that sort
telly
of thing.
channel.
And a telly channel. Wow, you're updated. You're updated. Okay, but my telly channel is just for me yapping. Full
Oh.
stop.
like every other thing she's done, you can see the commonality among all of them.
Yeah, just open mouth,
Yeah.
a lot of words, But no, all of this is really, like a passion thing. Always thought of sharing it with people and finding people who also are interested. And then thankfully, a lot of my friends have also been very supportive throughout this whole entire thing. Like, I'll be like, oh, like I'm vlogging this week. They're like, okay, like sure, we don't mind. They're my best friends, my bestest friends, you all know, like they're so used to me bringing a camera everywhere I go to the point where like I set it up like during dinner. Then they're like, oh, like her again. They're like, oh, it's a time lapse of us eating again.
It's just like watching a stranger go by, watching the camera get set up. Same
Like,
thing.
yeah, same thing. They're
Yeah.
like so used to it. But that's what I've been doing. But Mr. Luke over here has a lot of side hustles and ish that he's trying to pursue. So why don't you share about that?
It's funny that you say you do all your things for passion because mine is more like I do it for the money.
Right.
Yeah,
So completely
it's like
opposite.
the flip side of that
Yeah,
coin,
yeah.
But yeah, this year I'm just trying to earn as much as I can so that I can go on exchange.
Yes.
Fingers crossed my GPA holds up as much as my wallet does.
Yes, sir.
But so first side hustle that I'm doing is I'm working for the school. So that's just bringing in a great deal of income for me. So can't really disclose much because they made me sign a non-disclosure NDA
fair
or
enough.
just a basically keep quiet clause.
Yep.
So shan't dive into that. I am also working for an ex-coach of mine. So he used to coach me for rock climbing in junior college. And he has since opened his new rock climbing business for kids that's
okay.
targeted at kids.
Okay.
And like getting them excited, interested, and competitive in the sport. So I'm there part-time as a belayer, as someone who just feeds the rope, make sure you're safe. More than that,
don't.
but yeah, that was borderline offensive. Excuse me. But yeah, so I'm just a part-time belayer for him and just like to get kids interested in climbing.
Yeah.
So that's another side hustle. I've also since started 2 businesses, both of which I don't think is going to make me any money anytime soon. So it's
Okay.
really more diving into the passion side of things.
Right, right.
I am starting a vending machine business.
Okay, okay.
Where the vending machine will contain different instant noodle packets, and she knows already, so I don't know why
Yeah.
she's faking it. But yeah, for you guys, I hope to sell like different instant noodle packets and ingredients that go with instant noodles as well as drinks. So in total, 4 vending machines thereabout, and hoping to put it in spaces where students frequent, i.e. their schools or their canteens or anywhere nearby.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I find that students nowadays do not have the time nor the money to afford like proper meals, especially when it's after work hours.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's for sure.
it's like it's difficult to go to the canteen because everything's closed. You know, your vendors go home.
And stuff is expensive as well,
Yeah,
right? Like everything
especially
is,
where we are, you know, city campus.
Yeah,
So,
super expensive.
Rail, we're broke.
Please
But
sponsor us.
yeah. Like please,
We'd like
you're
to
out
donate
there,
to our cause.
hi, we're opening up a fundraiser. But on the serious side of things,
Yeah.
so that is one business that I'm going into,
Okay.
and the second is this. So
Yeah.
this is also passion project. As much as I flame her for being a professional yapper, so am I, and hence
Yeah.
why we have started this podcast with you guys.
Actually, it's funny because like Luke reached out to me, I think maybe like December,
Yeah.
like late December. He was like, "Hey, I have this idea.
Yeah.
Like, I think you'd vibe with it." And like I did, and I was like, "Wow, like a podcast." And then we were thinking like, where can this take us? Like as a passion project, right? So, but I think at the end of the day, we were both realizing like, okay, actually, like let's just have fun with this. We thankfully also have Wen on board, so our producer.
Our producer's
behind the
name is
camera.
Wen,
All love.
short for Wen. So as you can see, we're only taking W's.
I knew you were gonna go to that. Like
duh.
the minute he
We're
was
only
like
taking Ws.
expanding, I was like, oh no, he's going to
Ignore the fact that my name starts with L, but we're only taking W's. Okay?
W's in the chat.
Yes, correct.
Okay, please don't copyright us, Drake.
Okay.
Anyways, just want to make it clear, we love you. Your music, astounding. Okay, but no, but yeah. So I think like passion projects to us, you can tell is quite important, or at least it's something that we've both had the courage to try and pursue. I guess. Yeah. I mean, it took me a while to want to do it because I think a lot of it, especially stuff like online content, especially, you have to put yourself out there. I think it's very hard to gather that courage to be able to put yourself out there because what if people judge you? What if it's not up to standard? What if like you also can't keep up with what people like say or think or the trends even, that sort of thing. But at some point it was just like, hey, screw it, let's
just do it.
Yeah, correct.
As a famous brand once said, not gonna name it, but just do it.
Correct.
But I also read in a book somewhere, like pulling out my book knowledge for the book lover here. It read somewhere where it said, Seneca said, there is no greater. I'm getting there.
He's trying, guys.
Yes, I'm really trying.
You see the loading sign?
Basically, you are your own enemy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
what Seneca said. You can go Google it. But essentially, like your imagination is the worst that could happen to you.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually.
We suffer more in imagination than we do in reality. It hit me. Yes.
Okay, the wise words.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the most eloquent I've heard you speak. Okay, glad to know that he has, absorbed that knowledge.
Yes.
From what he read.
But actually, wait, now that you mentioned all your passion, now that we voice our passion projects and side hustles out loud, it's quite insane how you're doing so many things. So, and plus you said the school, which it takes up a lot of time. We're full-time students. So how the heck do you manage all of this?
Such a good question. I'm lost for words.
Dun.
How do I manage?
The professional yapper has
Just
stopped
try.
yapping.
Yeah, speechless.
Yes!
No,
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because I'm currently my first year of uni was super busy. So I had like a lot of different things to juggle, CCA commitments as well. So they took up a lot of my time, a lot of my energy. I had meetings and obviously school itself. But then this year it's a lot more, or rather this year I've had more time for myself in terms of like I stepped down from a lot of my CCA commitments. I'm doing things that like I enjoy doing in school, like in terms of like subjects that I'm taking as well. So it is, I guess, a bit more time to myself that I can use to carve out. That I can carve out to use on these projects. But back to the question of like, how do you manage everything, right?
Yeah.
That's such a tough question because I'm such a busy person that I cannot imagine myself not doing all of these things at once, quite literally. Because I'm the type of person, I cannot stay still. I really need to be stimulated constantly.
Real. It's like every time I talk to her, right, like something's gotta move. If it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the mouth, right,
It's the hands.
leg, it's the hand.
I'm animated like that.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like someone did not bother to install a pause button on her body,
Thank you
Like,
to my parents. Y'all supported me
to the
freely.
people who banned me from reading. I love y'all. Yeah,
No, but I really think that because of that, I've always had that nature of like, okay, what is it to do next? What can I chart?
Yeah.
I'm the type of person where it's like on the bus, I do people watch, but to me that's like an activity. It stimulates my mind. Okay, people watching, but if not, I'll be reading a book. If not, I'll be like, scrolling through or like sometimes editing. I always edit on the bus nowadays as well. Plug in and just edit on there. So, but to me, I think a lot of it, because it's a passion project, it's something that I do enjoy. So I don't really find myself like, oh, I need to have time to do this. Because a lot of it is up to me to decide my own pace and stuff. And I think that's something to like consider when you're thinking of side hustles and passion projects. Like how much can you actually control for yourself? Because like part of it is, like, okay, do I have time to do it, right? And if you don't have that space or that energy but you have deadlines to meet, for example, then well, you're screwed because you can't meet those deadlines, right? But really to manage it, I think number one is just setting your own expectation. Where do you want this? Because I know some passion projects do have a deadline and like you want it to hit certain goals. So then that's discerning for yourself. Okay, is it something that like is really like free and easy, or is it like, okay, like we have certain milestones, certain check-ins and stuff that you want to hit, and then from there you can determine your own pace. And I think that's generally how you manage.
So it's really more about just maintaining the passion.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I think that's definitely what fuels you in order to continue to, indulge in your passion project itself, right? If not, it just becomes a project with no passion and it's a bit like wonky. Yeah.
True.
Okay, but a lot of it for me is really just based on I like it. Like I genuinely enjoy editing. I edit everywhere, like on the bus. I always edit on the bus actually. Yeah, that's like my editing space. But on the bus I'm always editing, so I enjoy it. And to me, also editing is like and I have free time, or like sometimes I want to like not do schoolwork, I will edit. Like that to me is my outlet.
Your go-to,
Yeah, correct. So, but then, for me it's about passion, but yours is all about money, so.
Yeah, so mine, well, I'm not all about money, but I am about trying to schedule everything in. So for me, I think having an important Google Calendar has been my savior. So knowing when to schedule things in and reorganize certain commitments that I have. All of it I do through Google Calendar. So it's, I think the mindset for me is just that I deserve to be there. I want to earn money and I'm capable of earning that money. So, or like if I am passionate about something, I will go all in for it. So that's really the mindset and the way that I juggle. So it's where do I want to redirect my efforts towards at that particular point in time. So maybe come finals, it's redirected towards school, obviously.
Right.
But then when I have a bit of free time, then it's like, to my businesses. And then when I have even more free time on top of that, is to my side hustles. So that's how I prioritize and how I schedule my time as well as my efforts.
So, but do you find it hard to like juggle all of that, like figuring out where to put your time to?
I think it's not that hard because I can see visually like where do I have free time. But I think the harder thing that I have is more in the mind. Because because I feel like when it comes to, I used to do coaching last time as a side hustle, but it came to a point where I felt like, am I really good enough to coach? And that imposter syndrome just kicks in. And I'm like, maybe I'm not that good enough to coach. And it doesn't help that also I have brilliant coaches who have done it, who have been professional climbers for a long time, done professional coaching for a long time as well, all beside me watching what I'm doing. So I think with that pressure, I crumbled, and which is why I've stopped coaching.
Okay.
But do you ever feel that? Do you ever feel
No,
syndrome?
I was gonna say, like, I think imposter syndrome is so real because as much as it is a passion, you do inevitably end up comparing yourself to others, and you do inevitably be like, okay, in this space, who else is there?
Yeah.
What are they doing? How am I doing better? Or can I do things better? That sort of thing. But yeah, no, imposter syndrome. And it's funny enough that you say this because, okay, like both of us, we are friends first because we both MC, as in like speak into the mic.
Yeah.
So we both MC, and I think that is where imposter syndrome is honestly quite real, because you are directly seeing your own friends and other people own the stage and do their thing, and then you're like, wow, how can I be better? This MC can do this, can do that. But and for a lot of us, it's also a side hustle as well. Like we do earn a bit of cash from it as well. But yay, thanks guys. No, but yeah, the imposter syndrome is so real. Like a lot of I realize like a lot of these things, side businesses, projects wise, a lot of it is really a mindset thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like how do you be resilient in the mind to like actually do things? The first step, actually creating your thing, actually starting and venturing into that business or project or whatever. Second step, how do you then keep your mind healthy amongst everybody else, amongst all the voices, all the different inputs and standards and stuff. I still haven't found the answer to that question. I think we all still struggle.
So keep looking, stay tuned for the next episode.
Correct.
Or for future episodes.
No, but
whenever we figure it out.
Whenever, hopefully,
whenever.
hopefully soon, yeah. No, but I do think that imposter syndrome is something that like is really like, do you even want to overcome it in the first place? Like if you have the mindset of being like, okay, yeah, there are people better than me, but number one, maybe you want to be better than them, which to me is a little bit like, I think it's not to be better than them, but to be on par or carve your own path. So that to me is how I would, I guess, overcome it. Like thinking to yourself like, okay, there are other people who MC, for example, and they're brilliant MC. So what can I do? Look at them, take notes, and then move on, and make it my own. Yeah.
But I think the way that I see it, that's an interesting perspective, because the way that I see it is, even if I do suffer from imposter syndrome, I see it as a way to know that there's always someone better than me, and that means there's always something to learn to get to where they are today.
For sure.
So if I think that maybe I'm not so great of an MC, my hosting is still a bit like not refined enough. My thinking wouldn't be, oh man, I'm falling behind. But instead I'll be thinking, what can I do to keep up? So it'll be approaching those who I think are a few steps ahead of me, or maybe like several steps ahead of me, already doing it professionally. How then do I become who they are,
Yeah.
And then it's about morphing them into a better version of myself.
Yeah.
So that I bring it home, and the only person that I'm really comparing myself to is a future better me. And it's just how soon, right?
Let's go.
And it's how soon I can reach that better version of myself. Basically a Luke 2.0. Yeah, so...
Let's go. No, but
yeah.
that's true. And I think it all circles back to what are you doing this project for? Like this side hustle. For
like the
some
why,
people,
right?
yeah, like for some people it's money, right? So maybe to them, sure, you feel a bit of imposter syndrome, but hey, I'm getting a cash inflow, I'm getting some bag on the side, So then it's like, it's fine. Like you don't necessarily need to be the best. Sometimes you're just doing the bare minimum. And that's okay, like genuinely. I think, doing the bare minimum is actually okay sometimes. But anyways, I digress. But if it's really a passion of like, okay, I want to make it like well known in this space, maybe I want to be like your go-to book recommendations girl, then okay, then like what you said, taking from people, inspiration from people, how are they doing, why are they doing better, why is the Instagram account at like 1 million followers, how do I achieve that goal, and then learning from that rather than comparing. I think imposter syndrome is always there. Like if you talk to even like the highest of highest, the people, the key leaders in the space or something, they'll also tell you that they don't feel like they belong. Nobody ever feels like they belong. I think that's just a battle that you have to mentally overcome, or rather spin it in a positive light, and then take
But
it
I
from
think
there.
you mentioned something about goals. I think just one more thing to add is, as you craft your goals, you need to set SMART goals. Specific, measurable, you can Google it.
Oh, the acronyms.
But, yeah, I know, right? But just be smart about the goal setting, because most people like to set goals that are lofty, ambitious, but they are not centered around what you can do. They're centered around in order to achieve the goal, other people need to help you achieve. For instance, I want to be likable. That's not something that's within your control. That's something that's very subjective to people around you. So because you can't have it in your control, it tends to lead to disappointment or anxiety or worry or even stress way faster and way more than you think. So to me, like, and that I gleaned from The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark
It's a
Manson.
good book. It's a good book, yeah.
So I think that is like one big takeaway that I took from all the things that I've done up to today.
Yeah. But I think, I mean, no matter what, side hustles, passion projects, or even just life in general, I think at the end of the day, it's really just, it's on the mind. Like, first of all, starting with expectations, like we talked about, and then moving on to like, okay, you're making it into the space. How do you then deal with pressure or expectation / comparison to others, right? We're always comparing. Comparison is a thief of joy. Wow, we're spouting a lot of quotes this
Wisdom!
this episode. Yeah,
Zombies.
this episode is like a lot more
Yes.
like, oh, we actually read.
Yes. Oh, you're making me choke up.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I think side hustles and passion projects, I do think they're important though for people to undertake and do stuff for what you love, or even just to hustle, and passive income is always a great thing, or just income in general.
With that lovely summary, that's all the time that we have for you today. We hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, share, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments below what you are passionate about.
Yes, and we are obviously on YouTube as you're watching this video, hopefully right now. But if you want an audio version, we've got you guys, because we're on Spotify as well. So you can tune into us when you're on your way to work, on your way to school, coming back home, when you're doing chores around the house. We got you, so we'll be in your ears on both YouTube and Spotify. You can also let us know what sort of topics or ideas you want us to talk about in the comment section down below on YouTube, and we'll see if we can get to them.
So see you guys next time when we share with you our next story so that you guys can take it from us. Bye!
Bye.